I got you. Okay. And so over the years, right now you going into teaching, what led you to go in that direction to go teach? Was there something that, you had a passion for teaching, had a passion for kids?
I wouldn't say necessarily. When I became a school teacher, it was because my mom worked in the school system and I saw the
Okay.
impact that she had on other people. And really, in that point of my life, it was either become a teacher or go into sales and marketing.
Hmm.
And I feel like sales and marketing is what God really called me to do, but I wasn't developed emotionally enough. I wasn't
Mm,
emotionally mature. And I was just like, any form of confrontation, like, I've
mm,
always been good at school. Like, that's never been an issue for me. I understand things easily. I've been
wow.
at school for 12 years. Like, come on now, golden star. Um, but when that happened, I was like, yeah, we that makes total sense. And then going and doing that, uh, that's just something that I kind of fell into out of
Mm.
complacency, really.
That's what I was gonna ask, right? Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you're making that statement saying, I feel God was called me, right? Obviously into
Yeah.
sales and marketing. That's where you have been brought back around to.
Yes.
But at that moment, you chose what was convenient, right, or comfortable, right? What? So, I mean, what was it that made you be ready to then break out of that comfort zone that you were in, right, and take a leap into entrepreneurship?
Yeah. So I just one of the things I really didn't like about the debt free journey is just like they encourage work, work, work. Like you work. I did like Uber Eats. I did all these things like trying to pay it off, and it was just so much. Like you're doing Uber Eats to pay off of $50,000. You'll be there forever. So
Forever and a day,
yes.
definitely.
So I just felt like I was I was running and still not getting any progress. I was like doing extra programs with the school. I was like trying other side hustles and stuff, and my focus was really spread. So then
Mhm.
I ended up actually having a mental breakdown. And then
Mm,
I told my husband, like with COVID and everything, I can't do it anymore.
mm,
Like, I feel like I will be spiritually broken if I keep on trying to force something that is clearly not my calling. Like,
mm,
and just trying to chase the numbers is just like the worst thing you could ever do, is something that I learned. But after having that mental breakdown, I ended up quitting my job. It was like during the summer, so we were already out in session. And just really spent a couple months like really praying and looking for clarity and seeking. So I forgot which verse it was, but I literally just
mhm,
got in my prayer closet and I was just like praying the same verse and praying the same verse. And I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it's already written. And I went to watch a couple of things on YouTube. I had been into
mhm.
YouTube and personal development, and here comes David Shands. So I joined the morning meetup, and it's really been like direction and clarity since then. I
Mhm.
ended up moving out here. So it's just been
Wow.
a crazy couple of months.
And you say moving out here, you're talking about to Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay. And where were you guys coming from?
Dallas, Texas. So we sold the
Oh,
house in Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
okay. This coming from the dirty D. Okay, I got
Yes.
you. So
Yes.
yes, I'm out in Houston, Texas. So I understand, right? We were right down the street. Okay, that makes sense, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's so interesting though, because I was in that life, right? I understand that life too, right? That
The
Uber
rat
Eats, that
race.
Uber, that
Yes.
Lyft life, that
Oh my
I was
God.
substitute teaching. I mean, oh my goodness, just
It doesn't
doing
feel right in your
everything.
soul. Like it just, you can. The creator did not design for you to be running in circles.
Yes, yes. But the thing that you said resonated so much with me was because you know what, it was operating from a place of lack because my mindset, I remember during that time, right? My focus is only on thinking, okay, the next dollar, right? I
Yeah.
was only thinking about the next dollar. And when I actually had to make my transition to say, okay, I'm gonna go into full time putting my energy and focus on, my real estate, career, right? I had to say, okay, I'm almost like gonna overlook the next dollar needed because I had to stay consistent based on the fact that what was to come, right?
Yeah.
But if I only focused on the next dollar, I would never be able to get to the point where I'm out of that world. You know what I mean? And I think that's such a hard thing for people to do. You know what I mean?
You
That's such a
know, what that reminds me of?
Mhm.
Kirk Franklin's song "Before I Die," and one
Mm.
of the last things he says on that track is, "Right before I live, I have to die." And the
Mm.
thing that I love, love, love about gospel songs is just like, no matter how many times you listen to it, it's like different things come out, because not only
Yeah.
are they, praising Yahweh, but they are also talking about scriptures that have so many layers
Right.
to it. And it really didn't hit until then. Like, I feel like
Mm.
all of the desires that I thought was going to make me, or I was going to be happy with, had to die. Like, I had to let them go. And that included me warring with myself, having
Mm.
like a
Yeah.
mental breakdown and being like, you got to let it go.
Mm.
You just have, like, there is no way these two sides can survive. So
Right.
I've been in this space of embracing, really.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, as you see, right, when you make that first step, then now you see all that is to come after it.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, it's the same thing. I remember, sitting down because that when I first left my job with the Texas Department of Agriculture, that whole first year going from, being consistent with a paycheck. And I remember it was like, man, God got me. God take care of me, right? I
Yeah.
know that's who pays me, right? Really, TDA don't pay me. God pays me. But when I left, I realized like I didn't really believe God paid me because that was like
Yes.
so much
Yeah.
anxiety for
Forth and
like
back, forth and
a
back.
year long. Literally, I tell everybody, I woke up and went to sleep thinking about how do I make some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's on my brain. And I remember having to come, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was Psalms 104 where it talks about, it said God feeds the sparrows and he calls the young lions, right, to their prey. And I was just thinking like the ravens, they have to go and gather the food, but it says that God provides it. Same thing with the lions. They roar after their prey, but it's saying that God provides it. If he
Yeah.
provides it for them, he also provides. It doesn't mean they don't have to work because they have to go gather it. But I have to understand that God is going to take care. Like it's like you have a father who you keep going back and saying, you have you have a child, right? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like your child coming and keeps saying, like, Mommy, are you gonna feed me today? Mommy, are you gonna feed me today? And it's like that's how I was treating God, because it's almost like, does God not know that I have
Right.
these
Right.
needs?
Right.
I'm treating like I don't even believe that He's gonna take care of me. And so, but it was that process that I had to go through to really put my full
Absolutely.
trust
Absolutely.
in God as an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? To know that God is really. So I love it because it really helps with that faith journey that you're on as well, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's such a blessing, definitely such a blessing. So new videos, new podcast episodes every Sunday at 9 o'clock. You can find the full episode by clicking the card up at the top right of this video. If you prefer an audio only experience, then we want to let you know that we're streaming through every major podcast streaming platform. For the full list, you can go to www.lionandthelambo.com. Until next time, go impact the world.